When I think of the verb to empower, it means to give power to. You are empowered when something or someone gives you power. You are not empowered when you allow a task or a situation or a person to have power over you. So, empowered learning is a way of approaching the tasks, the processes, and the challenges of learning in ways in which the learner will be successful. Empowered learning is when the learner himself or herself proactively creates conditions in which he or she will succeed at learning. So, what are the characteristics of an empowered learner? Someone who has the motivation to learn, who likes learning. Ibig sabihin, kumbinsido ka na. You're not just there for the diploma. You're convinced that this has value for you. It's going to be helpful for you to succeed at learning, right? You have self-confidence rooted in self-awareness. You have determination to succeed and a well equipped toolkit, meaning you have been able to gather study habits and skills to succeed at learning. So, no matter how scary the prof is, how difficult the assignment, how tiring the long commute to school, these characteristics will see the empowered learner through. Being an empowered learner is not a trait that you're born with, like the build of an athlete that you're born with. Either you have it or you don't. Being an empowered learner is a decision that you make. So, I will not be powerless. I will not give away the power that I have. So anyone can become an empowered learner. It won't be easy, but you can if you want to. First, you cannot be a victim of the circumstances in which you find yourself. No, for example, the teacher or the learning environment is not empowering, so you won't anymore. You'll just be a victim. No, you have to still learn under the circumstances. So it's important that you become an empowered learner. Second, being Gen Zers, technology now allows you and gives you the power to succeed at anything. So why waste this chance, right? So many young people don't let their age stop them. Why waste the available technology, which is truly empowering, right? Third, the technology is there. So if you don't understand things, there's always YouTube to help you out. So technology gives you so many affordances. And last, try to find out and take control of your learning journey and what will help you succeed and be happy. Someone will do it for you, your parents or something. So you have to be in charge. I said earlier to be self-confident. So gain confidence based on self-awareness. So we were talking about yung long readings, and I agree with you. When I just tell myself that I'll not start that reading until this weekend because this weekend I'll have time, and then of course this weekend you won't have that whole chunk of time to do the whole reading. So what has worked well for me is I just tell myself I'll just finish 2 pages today, right? So I can easily do that when I have little pockets of free time during the day. I write the 2 3 key ideas for that 2 pages, and before I know it, I am able to finish the whole article. Plus I have notes that are in a way already synthesized, right? So get to know yourself so that you'll be confident na kaya mo. It's you getting to know what works best for you, right? So if you're anxious about math, what are you going to do about it? What is your plan for succeeding at math? And you're really the only one. You can ask for advice, of course, but you're the only one who can say what that is. And then second, empowered learners set goals for their learning. Yes, you need to set goals for your learning. And then last, be aware and accept that failing is part of learning. If you don't make mistakes or fail, you won't learn. Or if you only choose those situations where you are sure not to fail so much, you will never learn. You'll be happy in your comfort zone, but you'll never grow. In the world that you Gen Zers will be living in, you will be facing a lot of what we call wicked problems, meaning they are complex, messy, and ambiguous. There's no one easy solution. Many times there won't be an expert who will really be able to tell you exactly what to do. Many old solutions won't work. Also, new technologies will make um, totally radically new solutions possible, and you have to be open to these. So you will always have to relearn and unlearn. It is a cycle that all of us will have to go through as we navigate this very uncertain and complex world we live in. You have to be comfortable with moving forward, even if the way forward is not perfectly clear. In this pandemic, no one had the answer to how to exactly teach in this crisis. Your teachers, your schools just had to move forward to the best of their ability. You have to be ready to move forward even when you're not very sure about what to do. You must be able to read context very well. What is this current context I'm in? And then be willing to let go of things that don't work under these new contexts, and have the confidence to think of solutions that are called for by new unknown situations and try these out. And maybe you'll be asking, how do we know, how do we not lose our way if everything is so ambiguous and if we're learning and unlearning and relearning? I just say be clear about your goals, be clear about the non negotiables like your values, and then find the simplest action with the most impact. But my mantra now often is, when I'm faced with a situation that's very uncertain, I just ask myself, so what exactly is the problem I'm being asked to solve? What's the goal here? And then I use this three questions given by Dr. Heidi Hayes Jacobs, an educator. What should I keep? What should I cut? And what should I create or recreate in this situation? Many times we have to zoom in when we are working on a problem, but we also have to regularly zoom out and see the big picture and think about how you did. Where am I vis-a-vis my goals? Am I happy? What areas do I just have to persist in? Or maybe this is really not working, so I just have to change course, no? But always know that you can make a plan that will help you succeed despite the constraints of any situation and despite your own limitations. Well, I'm not a psychologist, but any disability, um, a person with a disability has more to contend with than a person who doesn't. There will be ups and downs, and this is where you can get help. People can help you find ways to make a plan to empower you as a learner. Maybe one tool is to find something that makes you happy and just have that on hand, something that you can immediately think about when you are down. But when it comes to learning, it depends. It's really quite hard to be very specific about this answer, but maybe you can get graphic organizers if, let's say, you get overwhelmed with a very complex task. There are graphic organizers about getting the main idea and supporting details. So this might help you if it's long readings that make you like suddenly want to give up, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Or just learning how to annotate, give yourself a system to annotate a very, very long reading. Like put a star if it's an insight, put a question mark if it's a question, and circle something you don't understand so you can ask someone. So it will depend on what things you're struggling with. Identify it first. Know yourself first. All this, don't forget to always aim for and be aware of the joy. Capture the joy in your learning. Without this joy, you will not truly be empowered. So try and always capture the joy.